Hello, friends from the comic and manga world. My name is Hector,
And my name is G.
and we are here to talk to you about our picks for the upcoming FOC May 29th. G and I work for Penguin Random House, and we manage sales into the comic retail world. And so the titles that we talk about in these videos are from the publishers that we represent into those markets. We also want to let you know that we are on social media at PRH International Comics. We're in Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course on YouTube, where the videos are being posted. We love to hear from you. So you can visit, comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. So without further ado, let's get started with our picks. And the first one is one of my picks, and this is The Hunger at the Dusk, #1. And I picked the Lee variant covers. We're big fans of Lee, both he and I, and he's an amazing artist. And this is amazing cover with the two main characters for this brand new series from G. Willow Wilson, which we're also big fans of. Um, if you don't know about this title, this is an epic fantasy story um, that takes place sort of in a world where the only two races surviving are the humans and the orcs, and they're always fighting against each other. And all of a sudden, this third sort of race or creatures show up, and they become sort of a common enemy. So they need to start working together to survive in the world. Um, and of course, there's a little bit, as you can tell by Lee's art, there's going to be sort of a interspecies sort of romance there, and so it's a little bit of a vibe of everything from Romeo and Juliet to West Side Story to Saga. I get a lot of also big Saga vibes from this. Um, like I said, T. Willow Wilson is amazing, and this the illustrator is Chris Walkus, who's also an amazing illustrator. And I'm a big Willow Wilson fan. I'm sure a lot of you are. And she has done a lot of great things with characters like Wonder Woman, and she's currently doing something great with Poison Ivy. Obviously, when Invisible Kingdom, her own Invisible Kingdom, which is also very epic and great. So we're really looking forward to this series. And yeah, so this is the FOC for the first issue, but this is not the only cover on our picks. I'm gonna go to the next slide so you can talk
Yeah.
about this pick.
I mean, I love both of the cover and there are really good covers for this, but this one is my pick. It's the variant B. This is the Cliff Chang variant, and then we have the 1 in 100 gold version of it. It's just something striking about the artwork here. I kind of like how it's like you have these people just holding up their weapons, but then you have that single hand that's there without a weapon. It's almost as if there's power there's power in that like
Yeah,
in that arm, in
and
that
that
weaponless
and that four-finger hand.
that
Yeah,
yeah, there's just like something interesting, the forefinger hand. I don't know. It's a really
very cool.
powerful image. I love like the minimum colors that they use too. I just really like it a lot. It's very much very much Cliff Chang as well, so
Yeah,
very identifiable too.
yeah, and it's gonna be so the next issues are also gonna have a cover B by Cliff Chang, sort of in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
style. And yeah, and I forgot to mention one title from G. Willow Wilson, also Miss Marvel. Obviously, we can't forget her run of Miss Marvel. Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to mention that because it's also an amazing run. Yeah, so this is one of those an IDW original, and we're like I said, we're all really looking forward to this one.
Mm.
Next up is one of my picks, She-Hulk 14 by Derek Chu. Uh, the Derek Chu, sorry, not She-Hulk by Derek Chu. She-Hulk 14, the Derek Chu variant, and we have the trade dress, and we have the Virgin variant of 1 in 1 and 50. I mean, it looks so amazing. She-Hulk looking extremely powerful here with the muscles and veins on her arm, and she's carrying, and for some reason, an anchor, a huge anchor with a big chain, and she has tools on a belt on her waist. I mean, it's so cool looking. Very amazing. I'm also a huge fan of Derek Chu, and he did a lot of like great covers from DC last year, and this year he's doing a lot of great covers for Marvel. And I, I mean, it's one of those that I have every chance I get, I try to collect because I really love this his style. So, and this one is amazing. This is, yeah, must get, definitely. Next up,
Next up, we had the Deadpool issue number 8. This is the main cover. This is the cover by Martin Coccolo. And I think I like it because you have dualities in the
yeah,
charts. Like it's the moment of intense fear of being attacked by all these daggers where you see kind of like the human. I mean, obviously, like he is human, but like when you're covered in a mask, it almost makes you, I don't want to say inhuman, but it makes, because that's
yeah,
not really the word I should be using at all,
but
but it
it
doesn't,
hides the humanity.
it
It hides the human.
hides the
Yeah,
humanity. Like you
yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah,
see emotion, like it's really
yeah,
hard to see the emotions. Although the way that Deadpool is drawn with very facial expressions, you can definitely see it. But you know what I mean?
yeah,
It unmasks him a bit, and I really like that about this cover a lot.
yeah,
I don't know. It's just really cool the way it's almost as like it's breaking the mirror, but it's a mirror full of weapons.
yeah. Exactly. Full of knives.
Yeah.
I love the outfit, the flower shirt and the shorts and all that, because that could be my attire here in South Florida where I'm at. So very, very cool.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go to the next one, and this is another one of my picks. This is Star Trek Defiant number 5, variant C, the Vilches variant. This is Suspiria. Vilches is an amazing artist uh, who's recently done comic covers, but she's more well known for her act, like paintings or arts and prints and things like that. And she has um, an amazing online store. I was browsing through it while I was doing research to Superior Land. Um, she was born in Barcelona, Spain, and but currently lives in Toronto. Uh, and if you look through her art and through her social media and her art that she shares, you can tell she has a lot of inspiration from 80s and 90s female characters. A lot of it from horror, but also a lot of it, and you can see the vibe of that on this sort of like a very, very strong female figure. And I love the colors that she used here, and I love that kind of a reflection of space in her forehead with planets and and the Defiant, the ship on there. It's very, very cool. This series is getting a lot of attention. It's the first time that Worf is captain of a ship, and it has a lot of drama, and it's very bloody and violent. But to see that something such a beautiful cover, also it really makes it stand out, I think, from the other Star Trek series. And I noticed that, like I said, um, Suspiria hasn't done many covers. I believe this is the first IDW cover, and I believe because I saw the comments on her Instagram for this. when she shared the art, but she's doing another one for, I mean, it's Star Trek 11, the main Star Trek uh, run that we're doing now. Number 11, she's also doing a cover for that, so make sure you check that out if you like her art. Highly looking forward to this. So good. And then we're going to the next.
So this is a very well, let's say the title is Amazing Spider-Man issue number 28. This is a coiffle variant. This is a 1 in 50. It's a very like standard Spider-Man pose, but I just love it so much. Like it almost
Yeah.
looks watercolor-ish. It probably
Mhm.
is. It is
It probably
watercolor.
is.
And then I just really love that kind of medium, like that choice. And seeing Spider-Man in that position with a camera, like he's normally doing,
Yeah.
with this camera is pretty neat. So yeah.
Yeah. It's like very simple, but not completely simple. It's like very straightforward is what I want to say, but very beautiful and intricate at the same time. So I like it. It's very cool. Yes. And that's it for our covers and our picks for this week, but we always end up with a little bit of news. So we have some new 7Cs license that have been announced. And
Yeah, so to get started, we have My Cat is Such a Weirdo. This is the volume 1. This is a full color uh manga that includes like the antics of the artist to rescue cats. And it's what's really cool is they complement the art with like photos of the kittens in action. So this is definitely a love letter to those who like are cat lovers themselves. They'll very much uh enjoy this story. And then we have Healer for the Shadow Healer or Shadow Hero manga. This is the volume 1. And I mean, this is a very steamy title. You can kind of tell from the cover. Obviously, the cover here is not the final cover, as you'll see by the language. So we have a maid named Nana who I'm wondering if that was purposely, if they purposely named her that way. You'll know what I mean.
mm,
But Nana has secret superpowers who she must help a hero regain his dwindling magic, and she has to do that by sleeping with him. So that's
mm,
as you could tell, mature rated manga because of the premise. So she basically must lose her virginity in order to help save him. And so that's the dilemma there. So
yeah.
uh really cool title. And then if we move on to the next slide, we have Becoming a Princess Knight and Working at a Yuri Brothel, Volume 1. This is another mature rated, as you could tell by the cover here. This one is a fantasy isekai where a man is reincarnated into a body of a fallen princess, and that fallen princess happens to work at a brothel. So like there is like this uh a Yuri brothel, as you could see from the title itself. So there is an extreme career change here because the guy who was a secretary of a politician is now seeing himself in a situation where he's working at a brothel. So as you can imagine, that's going to be like a very, very large adjustment that
Yeah.
he's going to have to make. And then next we have manhwa, which is the Dangerous Convenience Store Volume 1 coming out of Korea, but is going to be translated into English for the first time physically. This is going to be full colored, and it's a romantic comedy about this part-time worker who is kind of really annoyed by his clientele who is like mostly like mobsters or like hoodlums that like give him a hard time. Except there's this one handsome client that keeps coming in who's like very attentive and nice, which is weird. Like, it's, like, not usual for him, so he and this client just seems to really care about him, so it's this also mature rated, there's a lot of that in this,
Mm,
license announcement, but I'm very interested in this as well, so really cool titles that are coming out, in the
yes,
future, in the near future for, 7 Seas.
yes. And that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. And like I said at the beginning, we are on social media under at DRH International Comics. So you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also YouTube. We love to hear from you. So you can send us some comments. And we hope you come back for our next video. So thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye, everyone.